Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and your AI assistant gently reads you the weather forecast, your calendar, and even reminds you to buy flowers for your mother's birthday. It's convenient, it's smart, it's always listening. But what if that convenience came at a cost? Today, on MindSpark, Science Now, we're pulling back the curtain on a high-powered personal assistant, the hidden risks, the things you haven't thought about, and how to protect yourself in this rapidly evolving digital world. Let's start with what these assistants are best known for. Listening, whether it's Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, or something more advanced. They all work on the same principle. Passive listening. They're always waiting for a wake word. But what happens when they pick up more than they should? Cases have emerged where conversations were recorded unintentionally or where voice data was stored longer than users realized. Microsoft's Now Pause Recall feature even took screenshots of user activity without active consent. The deeper issue, these devices don't just listen. They learn, and everything you say helps build a profile. Your preferences, your habits, your vulnerabilities. That data can be used to serve ads, or worse, fall into the wrong hands. Now, let's talk security. AI assistants open up a new front in cyber attacks because you don't need to break into a house if you can just ask the assistant to unlock the door. Yes, really? Hackers have demonstrated that voice spoofing, using recorded or AI-generated voices, can trigger real actions. Some attacks use inaudible ultrasonic commands to manipulate devices without the user even hearing them. And it's not just about the assistants themselves. When you connect them to smart locks, thermostats, or even your car, the attack surface multiplies. A vulnerability in one plugin can cascade through your whole smart ecosystem. We often treat AI assistants like reliable companions. But what happens when they're wrong or manipulated? AI models can be biased, hallucinate false information, or fall victim to something called prompt injection. That's when hidden commands in emails, websites, or conversations trick your assistant into doing things it shouldn't, like sending messages or altering calendar entries. And since these systems often lack transparency, you might never even know why something happened. It's a dangerous black box. How often do you share things with your assistant you wouldn't tell a stranger? Maybe it's your location, passwords, your company's next product launch. Now imagine all that being processed by a third-party AI plugin you installed without thinking. This is called shadow AI tools and integrations that people use without proper oversight. It's a growing problem in both homes and companies. When assistants are tied to cloud services, the potential for data leakage grows dramatically. Not all assistants are created equal, and some store your data far less securely than others. Let's zoom out. What happens when your child interacts with an AI assistant that doesn't understand age-appropriate boundaries? Or when people become so reliant on assistants that their ability to research, plan, or even think critically starts to erode? We are beginning to outsource cognition. And with that comes ethical consequences. People may trust machines more than they trust their own judgment. And in emotionally sensitive situations, like grief or mental health, AI might give misleading advice or worse, provide no support at all. The good news, we're not powerless. Start with privacy settings. Opt out of unnecessary data collection. Regularly review and delete your stored voice history. Use encrypted services when possible. Only install trusted third-party plugins. Disable any integrations you don't use. And if you're using these tools in a company, enforce strict policies around data governance. At a broader level, push for legislation. GDPR, IPAA, and CCPA exist for a reason. Hold companies accountable. Demand transparency. And finally, educate yourself. Know what the assistant knows and what it's allowed to do. So the next time your assistant says, "How can I help you?" remember to ask yourself the same thing. How can you help protect your data, your privacy, and your future? This is MindSpark. Science Now. Stay aware, stay curious, and keep thinking for yourself.